Hi everyone. What I'm going to be doing today is kind of giving you a walkthrough of what your workflow should look like this week. And I'm also going to attach a video that includes me doing a read aloud of the text you're reading, which is going to be called Capturing the Moment, all right? So the first part of your assignment is to read a story, do a TDQ, and then write a continuation of the story. So I'm going to tell you what that looks like. The next part is to do a free write, and I'll show you what that also looks like once I get into the document, all right? So if you click on Read and Annotate Capturing the Moment by Gary Soto, number 1, it's going to look something like this. Your assignment for this part, this number 1 section, is to read the story on the side. And you're going to annotate while you're reading too. So I'm going to do a few sections just to show you guys what that looks like. But while you're reading this first part of the story, you have to do the annotations. And that means you're going to make notes about the characters and character traits as you're reading, anything you pick up on what the characters are like, notes about the setting, so where that takes place, and notes about key events. So what are some important events that happen throughout the text while you're reading. And this is really going to help you with your story continuation and if you ever have to answer questions about a text or an assignment, right? So for example, the first part of the text says, Lisa smiled at her reflection, then made a funny face. She wore a cap and her long hair blew in the wind. Her cheeks were pinkish from the cold and the wind, and her nose was moist. Lisa stepped away from nature's mirror and was debating what after-school snack she would fix when she spied a lake of rainwater that extended from their squat trailer to the rustling tractors parked in the back. So what I wrote for characters was I know that the main character is probably Lisa. She's looking at her reflection in the water, and she's hungry. We know this because she says, where is it? She was debating on what after-school snack she would fix, right? For setting, I said that it was by a lake right here, and it's cold and windy. I know this. I put this in parentheses because her cheeks were pinkish from the cold and the wind, right? So that's how I know what the setting was. There wasn't any important events that happened besides her going to school, so I'm going to leave that part blank. I'll do 2 more sections for you guys too. So the next part says, "Oh wow," she remarked. The afternoon glare off the lake made her squint. How strange, she mused. It had rained just after school at lunch, but the downpour hadn't seemed that heavy. Had a cloud stalled above their trailer and poured out its little heart? I put here that she was observant because she's still noticing the weather outside even while she's at school. And then for setting, I put that it's in the afternoon. It says the afternoon glare off. And also that it's raining really heavily just because it says downpour right here. And again, I didn't put any important events, all right? So you're going to do that for each of these sections right here. You don't have to do all of them. You don't have to do one for like character, setting, and events for every single section there is, but just the important details. So I'm going to skip a few sections and I'm going to do one more down here for you guys. This one's section 5. Lisa produced a pencil and her sketch pad from her backpack. She had to capture this lake before it disappeared into the earth, taking with it the fluffy clouds mirrored on its surface. Birds the color of asphalt flittered about the edges of the puddle, and she recognized them as common finches. She knelt on the wet ground, putting down on paper what her eye beheld, what her fingers were about to portray. So for characters, I put that she likes to draw because she carries around a pencil and her sketch pad in her backpack, and she wants to draw what's happening outside. At setting, if you read the rest, we know that she's at the lake and she's near a puddle that's surrounded by birds and clouds right here and right here. And then for events, I put that she wants to capture a moment that she sees in nature. It says so right here. So I put that in parentheses. She had to capture this lake before it disappeared into the earth, taking with it its fluffy clouds mirrored on the surface. All right. So basically for this assignment, you're going to read it and you're going to do the best you can to annotate on the side as you're reading. Okay. Once you finish with that, there's the typical TDQ. So you're going to click on number 2. This TDQ should show up. You're going to write your name and answer these questions. You're going to go to your next assignment and do a continuation. So what that is you're going to be looking at the end of the story. So where it says Lisa returned inside to do her chores, vacuum, mop, fold laundry, and wash the breakfast dishes in the sink. no spoilers. It shouldn't spoil it for you that much, that last line, but you're basically gonna write a continuation from here. So if I put this right here, what happens after this moment? After you read the story, what logically happens after this point in time, right? So you're gonna write kind of like a mini ending to the story. So that's the number 3 part. It shouldn't be that short. It should be about at least, a page, maybe if you can get there, maybe more if you can get there. And then so after you write the continuation, make sure you read this prompt closely. It has to make sense with the character settings and events that happen. So you're writing what most likely happens next, okay? So after you do that, you're going to do kind of a free write. And it says Friday free write, I believe. Yeah, it says free write. Okay, good. It says free write, but it's not optional. So what it looks like is this. You're going to have some writing prompts. So this is the prompt right here, this picture, and then this is kind of basically a more in-depth summary of what the prompt is about. You have, I think, 3 options: this option, or this option, and they're all slightly different. You can read it at your own pace. And number 4 is to come up with your own prompt. So you can do something that is outside of the prompts we give you, whether it be kind of like a story you write, an opinion piece, some true life story that happened to you or someone you know, or kind of like a nonfiction article about something. It's up to you what you want to write about. But after you look at these prompts, you're going to write it on this page, number 4 right here, okay? And this should show up for you too, so it can help you bounce from prompt to prompt easily. Or if you're done looking at the prompts, you can write your own story down here, okay? All right, so that's it for this week. If you pop into the next video, I will do a read-through of the story itself, just in case you guys want to listen to me read it, okay? All right, so that's all for this week. Bye.